ladies and gentlemen, we're now going into Court Cousins Down Under with our good friend, welcoming him into the studio, Jay from Magic Player History. Jay, welcome to the show, sir. And as always, anyone on the show, Pish, they have to check in for the Chuma Are You OK check-in. So how are you doing?
Is he going to do it with didgeridoo behind him?
Maybe a little bit.
All right. I'm excited for that.
All right, go for it, Jay.
It's good to have you back, Jay.
Yeah, guys, how are you? I'm good to be back on the show. My tumor, of course, my OKK, he's looking a little bit worried today. He's looking a little bit concerned. He's looking over the shoulder, and this is just a little bit of a thought to our mates down in Orlando at the moment, sort of being battered with Hurricane Ian, and just sort of thoughts with those guys and of course the players and everyone's families, and hoping that everybody gets through it unscathed and without any damage or loss of life or worse. So yeah, no, just a bit of a thought there, and Chuma's looking a little bit worried, but hopefully everybody pulls through this all good.
Yeah, we're sending good vibes down to you in Florida, and hopefully we can give you a little laugh here, on the show. A little things, something maybe to take your mind off of it for a moment. And that's exactly why Jay is here, Pish. Because last time Jay was on the show, we invented a tremendous game called Court Cousins Down Under. But Jay, always trying to best himself, is now mashing up Court Cousins Down Under with one of his favorite segments, because he's a cardboard connoisseur.
Right.
Magic the Card Gathering.
This is the mashup you didn't know you needed, but you're getting it.
So Jay, explain to us and to the people exactly how this game is going to work.
Well, guys, I know you guys are still hanging out for the season, so you can get back into the over/under gambling and stuff. So this might be the last time we get this one in before you guys rekindle the Court Cousins Championship, perhaps. So I'm basically just going to rifle through a few of my favorite Orlando Magic cards, and with each one will come a little bit of a trivia question. It'll have sort of an over/under component, and Kyle, will be starting with you because you are the champion of this game.
Yes,
from last time.
The champ is here, Pish.
Almost blew a 3-0 lead, but just held on.
Okay, we didn't need to say that, Jay. Jeez Louise. I thought you were polite down there in Australia. Jesus Christmas.
I didn't want Pish to get sad, so I was trying to ignore him. So you'll get the first question, Kyle. You'll set a line, and then Pish will have to choose to go over or under that line. And we'll play best of 7 again, and hopefully Pish won't dig himself into a 3-0 hole.
All right.
I just hope it's a good game and everyone has fun.
Oh, sure. He's already trying to hedge it. He's already trying to hedge it, people. Okay, Jay, what's the first one? Throw it at us, man.
Well, I've sort of gone in a lot of chronological order here. So I started with the older cards, and then I've got some more recent ones coming up. So went with the old school here. First one up here, if you guys can see.
Nice
I've got the big man himself, Shaquille O'Neal rookie card there. One of my favorites from the collection.
You had to send away for those.
Yeah. So the question here, question 1 for Kyle.
Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal, of course, we know he was a tremendous scorer, rebounder, shot blocker.
Business owner.
Business owner. He still holds the franchise record for the most blocks in a game.
Ooh.
For the Magic.
Okay.
So you're going to set the line here for how many you think the Big Shaq Diesel blocked in a game.
Okay.
And then Pish is going to choose to go take the over or go Court Cousins Down Under.
All right. Okay. Well, I know I think Pish's favorite player, Chet Holmgren, this summer set a summer league record. I think it was 8 blocks he had in a game, something like that. And he said he was going to break it the next day. I think the only thing he's broken so far is his foot. I'm going to go that was cold. I'm sorry, Chet. I think so. The big man, Shaq Diesel, must have gotten over that. So,
well, that's summer league.
I know summer league is soft. I'm going to go with 9. I'm going to go with 9 blocks in a game. That seems really high, but I'm going to rock with it.
It does seem high, but a lot of legendary big men have had at least 1 or 2 games where they get in the double digits.
Okay.
But I'm not so sure Shaq did. But a young Shaq, man, he could really swat some shots in the 7th row, which was impressive. I always liked blocking a shot back in the day. That was always one of my favorite things to do as a player because I can't dunk. I can certainly block shots. I'm gonna say if you're setting the line at 9, I'm gonna think that's a good line because I think that's probably right about where I would have set it as well.
All right.
Now I have to wonder: is the record 8, or did he actually get double-digit blocks?
Do you just want to say down under? You know.
Let me see. I got the finger. What are we gonna do, finger? I think we're gonna go. This is a tough one. You set the line at the perfect spot. I was
Jeez
like,
Louise, we're gonna have to edit this out.
Let's see. I'm gonna go over. I think he got at least 10.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over. Jay, what do we got?
Ish, my man, you are off with a 1-0 start here.
No!
Yeah, correct.
Oh yeah.
So, November 1993 against the New Jersey Nets, Shaquille O'Neal put up this line. 24 points. Yeah, not too bad.
Solid.
28 rebounds.
Jeez.
That's gross.
And 15 block shots.
Oh, 15.
Triple-double.
So
and franchise record, which still stands today.
Oh, shit. That's probably going to stand for a while.
15, yeah. I mean, you figure if Dwight Howard didn't do it.
Dwight did have a 10-block game.
Okay.
So he sort of got into double figures, but yeah, 15. That's going to be. I was going
to say if anyone was going to block it, if anyone was going to break it, it would have been Dwight. So if he didn't, 15 is a lot. My God, after a guy has probably like 6 or 7, I would think nobody would bother shooting next to him anymore.
Yeah. Well, the Minister of Defense is coming back this year, Peach. We'll see if Jonathan Isaac has anything to say about that. I see you, J.I.
That'd be awesome.
The game has changed a lot, as Peach knows. So it's going to be Isaac's going to have to block 15 shots on the 3-point line if he wants to.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So moving through Magic history, we come across somebody who, whenever he's mentioned as an Orlando Magic player, often people are surprised that he actually played for the Magic. And that is current Golden State Warriors coach,
Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
That surprised me. I remember this.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's actually one of my most watched videos on the Magic Play History YouTube channel because whenever somebody finds that, Steve Kerr played for the Magic, and they go and look it up and try to watch exactly what happened with his career. It was a really strange point in Kerr's career. The Magic signed him because he was such a good 3-point shooter to play with alongside Shaq, because Shaq was going to draw the D, and Steve Kerr would be open for his 3-pointers. And he had led the league in 3-point shooting before he came to play for the Magic. And, of course, one of the best 3-point shooters in NBA history. So he led the league in 3-point shooting twice. He was over 50% from downtown 4 times in his career. But Peach here is going to set the line for what was his 3-point shooting percentage during his time in Orlando.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. During his time in Orlando, which was not super
This is
long.
a good question. No, he was here for a cup of coffee, right? What was it, a season and a half?
He was here for 1 season. He didn't play that many games.
Not a cup of coffee. More like a venti.
Okay.
Right? That's the 20 ounces.
That's what they say.
Coffee. I don't know. Gonna go with 463.
46%.
46.3
Well,
or
0.463.
Okay,
That's the way
that's
that's usually
46%.
written.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm definitely going down under. Easy.
It's going under.
He's going under, and he's locked it up 1 each.
That was a horrible
That's
line,
correct,
Peach.
Carl.
What's horrible about
That
it?
was a horrible line. The man just said his career, he had a career, 50%? That was his highest in his career?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you said 46%?
With us for 1 year.
That's ungodly. That's a horrible line, Peach. Thank
not
you for
that
the
horrible.
victory. Thank you for the
Not that
victory.
horrible.
It's bad. It's bad.
So
I also kind of tuned out a little bit. When he
Yeah,
started
that was
talking
your
stats.
problem. That was your problem. You tuned
'Cause I
out.
thought he was
Now-
just regaling us with fun, and then it was like, oh, there's a question? Shit.
the reason that that Steve Kerr didn't work out with the Magic was because he shot a woeful 25% from downtown.
Well,
so
whatever line I would have set would have been high.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So you're telling me there's a shot for Jalen Suggs next year?
Yeah,
that's what you're saying, Jay.
He is regarded as one of the best shooters of all time.
Right.
And for whatever happened in Orlando, look, he got inconsistent minutes. He got a couple of chances to play, but he's playing behind Scott Skiles, and so he only took 24 shots from 3-pointers. And he only hit 6 of them. So 6 from 24 for the season.
Oh, wow.
And at the end of the season, he decided I've kind of had enough with Orlando, and he went off and signed with the Chicago Bulls. And, that was the start of his
that worked out all right.
Run,
that worked out okay.
Which is still kind of ongoing. He's racking up almost as many rings for the fingers here. So
yeah, it might be more well-known as a coach at this point maybe than a player, which is kind of absurd to think about, but...
Yeah.
I don't want to think about any more players that left Orlando and then won a championship. Let's go on to the next question.
All right. So I don't believe this player won a championship after he left Orlando.
All right. Thank God.
So we're tied up at 1-1, and we're going back to you, Kyle. So we're gonna bring in the man here. I've got a nice crisp autograph here of Pat Garrity.
Yes. Wow, that is a nice autograph there.
Yeah, it's one of my older. It's one of my older autographed cards. I had some older ones, but this is the first one I've got with, it's authenticated on the back.
The Skybox authenticated ones. Oh boy, yeah, those are old.
So, of course, Pat Garrity, he was recently voted as one of the top 10 power forwards in Magic player history.
Sadly.
It would be great if we had 10 better than Pat Garrity. But
true, but he did play a long time.
Yeah, he played a while for us.
He at least put in a lot of games.
Played for the franchise for a long time, and he was one of the, Orlando has been famous for stretch fours before stretch fours were even a thing.
True.
Rashard Lewis, of course, the most famous. Pat Garrity was there before Rashard Lewis, and even our favorite power forward in Magic history, Pish, Horace Grant, was a stretch four for that game. He could hit the 18-footer, which that was a good pairing beside Shaq.
I thought Ryan Anderson was going to become that guy for a while.
He did for a little while.
For other teams.
He had some injury. He had some injury issues with that back.
Yeah. So Pat Garrity, what we're doing here is Kyle for question 3.
All right.
You're going to be setting the line for what you think is Pat Garrity's career high in points.
Okay. Ooh. Well, I mean, unfortunate for you, Pish. Unfortunate for you. Wait, you said it wasn't with the Magic?
It was with the Magic.
Oh, okay.
His career high.
Well, I knew that. I knew that because I was just going to say I'm pretty much an encyclopedia when it comes to Pat Garrity. Okay. So you can trust that this line is going to be just sealed up tight. All right?
Okay.
So I can remember this game. I can see it like yesterday. I was 9 years old. And Patty G, as I like to call him, he was having a great game against against Houston. It was against the Rockets, Fish. And he scored 25 points. And it was an amazing feat. It was great. I mean, he had everything working. He was shooting outside. He was knocking down a couple threes, getting to the line. It was a great game. Mm-hmm. He scored 25.
So 25 is the line.
Yeah.
That would have been the line I would have set too, to be fair.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I've seen that on the back of a card. Yeah. But it would be dumb for me to select 25 and go with you, and also no one would get a win that
That's
way.
True. Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and give Pat Garrity the benefit of the doubt and say that he had a game higher than 25, and I will take the over.
Okay.
Put the finger in the air there so we know. For the judges so they can see it. You have to make a hand motion.
Pish, I didn't want to interrupt there because Kyle was doing such a good sell job on his story. I didn't want to.
I completely made that up. I haven't.
Sure.
I didn't have the heart to tell him that the career high was actually against the Bucks and not the Rockets, because that would have given the game away.
Yeah, thank you, Jay.
But Pat Garrity's career high is 32 points.
Oh, let's go!
Damn. I should have had more faith in my boy.
I was glad you said it.
To be fair, Kyle, it's the only time he ever got 30 points or more in his career. So it wasn't like he was racking up these 32-point games regularly. So.
All right.
32 points. So Pish moves to the 2-1 lead here.
I would be curious to see. I would say most NBA players who have played for especially as long as he did, probably have at least one 30-point game. Almost no matter who you are. Like
Okay.
Apart
You know
from
what I mean?
You're
Greg
going to
Kite.
catch lightning in a bottle once.
Yeah, like every once in a while, you're just hot. Like,
Yeah.
Greg Kite probably went for 30 once. Like,
Definitely not.
no, okay. It's because his shorts were too tight.
No,
right.
so no one has won when they've set the line right now. So do you think you
Yeah.
can break that now, Peace? You're up.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I think getting to vote is easier than setting the line.
Certainly.
Yeah. So, Peach, we're going back to you with question 4 here. And what I've got here is I've got our main man,
Oh, Pat Ewing.
Yeah, that's some nice
Patrick
fabric
Ewing.
right there.
got some game-worn
Is that Kemp next
Magic
to him?
jersey
Is that-
and Sonics jersey from Patrick Ewing.
Ooh, man, that's fun. I like
Of
that
course,
guy.
his number 6 that he wore with the Magic is now being retired league-wide,
Yep.
even though Orlando had already retired it and unretired it just for Ewing and then re-retired it again for the fans.
Yep.
But that's not the question. The question is not how many times Patrick Ewing has retired and unretired number 6. But interestingly, wearing number 6 for the Magic, Patrick Ewing, of course, one of the greatest players, Hall of Famer, and scorers, in NBA history. He averaged exactly 6 points per game in his Magic career. So he obviously it was the tail end of his career, and he wasn't quite the scorer he was with the Knicks. But he was still a decent rebounder. So Peach, you love your big man, you love your rebounds. I'm going to throw the question to you is throw out a line for me for what you think is the most rebounds that Patrick Ewing ever got in a game with the Magic. So he
The
only
most
played for the one
rebounds in
seed.
any one game.
Oh,
Magic.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that's a good. You do love big men.
I do. And any big man worth the salt, if you're playing a full game, you got to get at least 10.
You always say that.
So look,
Yeah,
you know this number's coming above 10.
I know that.
It's Pat Ewing. He also led the league in sweat dripped off his head back in the day. He just unbelievable.
Paulo's going to break that this year, though, according to sources.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a gland issue.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to make light.
I don't know how many minutes Ewing was seeing per game back then, but I'm gonna go with 13.
Okay. You're saying this is his high, Jay, that I'm trying to figure out? His high with the Magic?
Most rebounds he had in a game with the Magic.
Okay. This is tough. If he averaged 6 points, as you said, Peach, he wasn't getting a lot of minutes. But I'm just going to say he got one where they let him rock. He was having a good game, probably averaged above his points, and he averaged above, you said what? 14?
I said 13.
Oh, 13. Thank God. I think he got 14, so I'm going to go over.
All right.
Over. Please, God.
All right. Well, I can tell you, Kyle, you've tied it up 2-2.
Yes.
He did get over. He had a 15 rebound game. for
Good
the Magic.
line, Peach. Good line.
Yeah, it was pretty close. Pretty close. He did actually have one game where he rolled out for 22 points and turned the clock back as well for the Magic. So
Nice.
Nice. Wow.
very few and far between, during his time with Orlando. So
Wow.
Yeah,
Man,
so-
you know what? My initial thought was 15, but then I was like, I don't know if he ever played enough minutes.
Right. That's
That's
the
why I
issue.
dialed it back. I should have stuck with my original. That's why I always go with your gut, kids. And adults. That's a good tip for anybody.
all right, guys, we know how pivotal Game 5 is in a 7-game series when it's tied up 2-2.
Okay.
So we're bringing out the big guns for you here, Kyle. We've got
I'm ready.
Tracy McGrady.
Ooh, yes. Nice jersey there.
piece of the
Wait, is that
floor.
court? Oh,
It's a
wow.
piece of the floor in the card here. So
Beautiful.
Wow. That's a good one. I've not seen any of that.
yeah, one of my favorite T-Mac cards with a little bit of the old arena or the M-Way. I think it's probably the old arena in there.
Yeah, that's the closest you've been to the court ever, right, Jay?
Yeah,
To be
I
fair,
think
that's the
when I
closest
first-
I've been to.
We stood
I
on
know
it.
you.
Oh, that's true.
I know you're not supposed to, touch the cards and get your finger oil and stuff like that.
Oh,
but
no.
I think when I got that card 20 years ago, when I first got that card, I think I definitely sort of touched that piece of floor, and I was like, yeah,
Oh, yeah, you got it.
touched the floor.
That's
Yeah,
awesome,
no,
dude.
if I get a jersey card and I'm keeping it for my personal collection, I pull off the plastic and I'm like, I always give it a little rub. There's no reason
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
fuck it, this is my card and I want to touch this jersey. I'm going to do it.
I resisted the urge to pull the basketball out and bounce it on the card. So I didn't go that far. Right, so we're back to Kyle here, setting the line
T-Mac.
for
Yeah.
number 5. So currently on the Magic Player History feed, I'm counting down the greatest 30 scoring performances of all time. And T-Mac, of course, has been quite prevalent during the list. I'm doing the top 30 of all time, but there was actually like a 4-way tie for the 30th best scoring game of all time. So for this question, I'm going to encompass the top 35 scoring games in Magic history. Okay, so what I want you to do is set the line for, out of the 35 top scoring games in Magic history, how many of those 35 were Tracy McGrady?
Oof, that is a great question, Jay. That is fantastic.
That is good.
Man, probably the most prolific, well, not probably, I would say the most prolific scorer, Jay, we've ever had by points average. Is that right, T-Mac?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm certain probably most games above 30 points. We've had some other really prolific scorers. Shaq would get his, Penny would get his. We've had some guys definitely.
Nick Anderson had a 50-point game.
Yeah, I think Torch has gone for 50 in his career, but that was with the Raptors, I believe. So this is tough. I think he owns a lion's share, I'm going to say. You know what? I'm going to take the easy road out here, Peach.
Oh, he's splitting the bit.
I'm going to do something like that. And I'm going to go with he has 18 of those 35.
Look at him finding the medal.
I know.
Look at him find.
I went a little above. Yeah, I could have played it a little bit more one side or the other, probably.
18 of the 35. That is interesting. I am going to take the over, and I'm not going to take a ton of time to think about it because I've looked at that list. Yeah. T-Mac's on it a lot.
Okay.
So
I feel good.
Just wouldn't feel good going under and then being wrong. So I'm going over.
That's fair.
T-Mac, over.
Peach, you got to go with your gut, mate. You are correct.
Yeah.
It was such a good line, though, Kyle, because I'll tell you the number is 19.
Oh, man.
So you're already out by 1.
Oh,
yeah.
I could have stolen the point. Dang it.
So 19 out of 35. All right. So that is obviously he's easily the best scorer in Magic player history. And so keep up to date with that countdown as we lead towards number 1, which, of course, spoiler alert, was Tracy McGrady's 62-point game.
Oof, yeah.
So we're going to move on to a little bit more. We're getting a little bit more recent with the guys now. So T-Mac, of course, and then the next era after T-Mac was the Dwight Howard era. But instead of rolling out one of my Dwight Howard cards here, I went for the backup center.
Oh,
very nice autograph.
Marcin Gortat, the Polish Wonder. One of the Patreons is going to love this, Jay.
Yeah,
fantastic.
The Polish Hammer. So it's a nice looking autograph there from Marcin Gortat.
Great interviewer, guy who gets stuck in the lake fishing. But
that was hilarious. So Peach can win it right now, Jay. Peach is up 3-2. He could take it. He could take it. All right.
Fans are getting excited.
Wow.
He is up 3-2, and this question is for Peach, and it's another big man question, Peach. So, now probably Gortat's claim to fame was during the finals run in 2009. In the first round, in Game 5, Dwight Howard got suspended. So the Magic were up 3-2, just like Peach right now, and Dwight Howard got suspended, and Gortat started that Game 6, and he played 40 minutes in that game, and we closed out the 76ers, and we moved on to the next round. Now, a lot of people were quite worried that we're going to lose that Game 6 without Dwight Howard, and it would come down to Game 7. So Gortat came out big in that game and helped us close out the series. So what I'm looking for, Peach, is, and it's a little bit of a curveball here because I'm actually looking for the combined points and rebounds from Gortat in that Game 6.
Okay.
So we're looking for points and rebounds.
Points and rebounds.
And Gortat in the Game 6 closeout victory over Philadelphia in 2009.
All right.
I got a number in mind.
You have a number in mind?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a number in mind, and I know I should listen to that first number.
Listen to your gut. You said it yourself.
So I'm going to listen to my gut.
Okay.
I'm going with 35.
Okay. All right. That's an aggressive number. I'm going to go under. The number I had in my mind was 28.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going down under. Let me get some didgeridoo.
All right, guys. I swear we're not rigging this, but you guys love your game sevens because Kyle has tied it up.
Yes. How close was I?
So 25. So I have learned that a lot of Magic fans do kind of have they have overinflated this Gortat game over the years, and it's become, you know, in another 10 years, people might be setting the line at 45 because it's almost Magic law how good a game Gortat had. Look, he had a good game, but it was only 11 points. Did great on the boards with 15 boards. So sorry, 26. Right. I can't even do my maths. So 26. Right. So Kyle would have been.
I was pretty dang close there. Yeah, I was thinking 14.
Still would have been over as well.
See, I was thinking 15 boards in my head, but I thought he had more points.
Yeah, that makes sense in 40 minutes. The big man gets some putbacks.
Yep.
All right. So game 7. Here we go.
That was a great. I got to tell you, they've all been good questions. That's a great question, Jay, because you played into something that you knew all Magic fans probably were going to fall for, and I fell for it.
Yeah. Game 7. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, let's get game 7, baby. Slam dunk sesame.
If I wanted to fool the Magic fans, we'd just talk about how many games Jameer Nelson started in the 2009 finals and set that line, and they would all get that one wrong because, of course, it was 0.
0.
But so game 7, we're going with one of the most beloved Magic players of all time, rookie, autograph rookie.
Love it.
Of Nikola Vucevic.
Love it.
Is he the most beloved because you ran a poll and that's how he got on there, or is this just the vibe?
Yeah, I think it's just the vibe based on, you know, out of probably the top, you know, 5 Magic players, depending on where you rank Vooch all time, he's the one who left the team on good terms, really. All of the others, you know, either asked out or you know, left on bad terms. So I think that's for me why he's the most beloved. But
for me, he was the face of our team during a down era, which is not his fault.
No, but
I shouldn't put that evil on him. So I'm sorry, Vooch. Go on, Jay. Sorry.
Look, it's factually correct though, Pish. Whichever way we cut it, he's one of the best 3 centers we've ever had with the franchise. Of course, we've got Dwight Howard, Shaq, and Vooch.
What about Pat Ewing?
We're talking about just the time in the Magic uniform.
All right, I know.
So, 2020 games. Dwight Howard, of course, has had a ridiculous number of 2020 games.
Yeah.
So this is game 7. So I'm going to take you guys on a little bit of a journey here.
Okay.
So
let's go.
I'll sit back.
Dwight Howard has racked up 41 2020 games in his Orlando Magic career. All right. Shaquille O'Neal racked up 15 2020 games in his carear. Now, Vooch only had 7.
Okay. I thought you were going to make me guess that number, so I'm glad you didn't make me guess that number.
I thought about it. But interestingly, even though Dwight has the most 2020 games by far and Shaq has the second most, Vooch actually holds the team record for the most rebounds in a game. So he has actually had more rebounds in a game over Shaq and over Dwight.
Okay.
So what we're looking for here is, do you know how many? Can you set that line on the button and prevent Pish from the 4-3 victory?
28.
Wait, so are you supposed to figure out the difference between?
No, the number of rebounds. I thought in that record-setting game, is it 28?
Well,
that's the line.
That's the line. I'm saying 28 rebounds.
You said it and asked him as if.
Well, I thought I hit it right on the nose. Honestly, I don't know. 28. It just manifested out of me, Pish. Yeah. Out of my loins. It just came up in me. That's verbiage. Son of a. All right. Anyways,
here's the thing.
It came from the gut, Pish.
It's tough. It's tough. Knowing some of the things I do know.
Okay.
It limits the amount of under you can go because you know that those other guys must have gotten. 21, 22.
I kind of just
for sure
botched it without getting it. Yeah.
There's not a lot of numbers under.
Yeah.
So there's definitely more over, but man, more than 28 rebounds in a game. That's a lot of goddamn rebounds. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the number under would be more impressive. Or would be equally as impressive, but I feel like Dwight or Shaq must have had one of those in there at some point.
I kind of screwed myself with that logic. You're right.
Wow,
this is for all.
The ball is in my court, cousin.
Yeah, it is indeed. It is indeed. This is for all the marbles, Peach.
I'm looking at Jay for a tell, but this.
Yeah,
guy,
no, don't give him anything, Jay.
He's got nothing.
Jay likes you more, but he's not going to give this one away.
Well, I'm everyone's favorite. So, I'm gonna go over.
Yeah,
but I think you might be close on your guess.
I don't know.
I can tell you that Kyle was only one off.
Oh, damn it. It was
But
29.
Which way off were you? That's the question.
It was 29.
Is it 27 or is it 29?
It's got to be.
It was 29.
Oh.
It was 29. So Peach takes the victory 4-3. Congratulations, Peach.
Thank you.
Any celebratory words here?
Normally, you're supposed to come out and thank God, but I'm going to thank Jay because those are some great questions. I'd also like to thank my competitor.
Well, thank you.
We set some great lines.
Yeah, we did.
We were in the neighborhood on a lot of these today.
Yeah.
That's how you play the game, kids. We're ready. You can tell clearly we're in preseason. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
I actually think you guys did a much better job this time of setting the lines. You guys were really close on a lot of these questions. So, yeah, I think you guys are definitely shaping up for a really good season.
We're ready. We're ready.
Well, thank you so much, Jay. It's been a blast. Everyone, please go check out Magic Player History on YouTube. Jay does amazing videos of all the different players and how they've contributed to our beloved franchise, the Orlando Magic. Thanks a lot, Jay. We'll see you around, man.
Thanks, Jay.
You're welcome, guys. Thank you.